Are short-term rentals a good investment? Should you be cashing in on this opportunity, or should you be staying away with everything you got? All that and more coming up. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments and Power Up Real Estate. My greatest passion is helping people just like you create financial freedom through multifamily real estate investing. And this video is brought to you by our Real Estate Ignition Inner Circle, which is a group of select people that we help get deals quickly, help raise money so that they can start getting into this amazing real estate game. If you're interested in more information about our REIIC, go into the link in the description, click that link. One of our team members will hop on the phone with you and let you know how you could join this elusive group getting deals done quickly. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up button, and turn on that bell notification so you get notified every time we do a video. So the question of, is an Airbnb or is a short-term rental a good investment? It's a great question, and quite frankly, it depends on what kind of investment you're looking for. If you're looking for cash flow or you're looking for appreciation. Both of them are needed to build wealth. Cash flow takes care of the income game because all of us need money to live. We have bills, we have lives. We've got to have money to make to have just to pay our bills. But then there's wealth creation. That comes through appreciation. So when you buy a property and you rent it out every month, you're going to make money every month, a little bit of money. That's not where you're going to get rich. Where you're going to really build wealth is when that property goes to be worth $200,000 to $450,000. And you can either refinance that money out or sell that property and get into an even bigger property. That's how you build wealth. So when you say, is it a good investment? And you're looking at, is this really a good investment? The question is, are you looking for cash flow or are you looking for appreciation? And everybody should be looking for both. First, we look for cash flow, then we look for appreciation. We got to get the income problem fixed. It's time that we stop worrying about our bills and stop worrying about the income. If I need 5, 6, 8, 10,000 a month to live comfortably, let's get that taken care of. Then we can build our wealth. So when you ask, is it a good investment? It can be a good investment for both. But Airbnb is primarily a cash flow industry. It's primarily cash flow. Now, if you buy a property that again is going to appreciate, you'll get to leverage some of that appreciation. But again, it's primarily cash flow. And especially in the Airbnb world where we have Airbnb arbitrage, where you can leverage properties other people own and Airbnb them, that's a straight cash flow business. You don't own it, so you don't get any appreciation. And as my mentor Dan Kennedy says, you get wealthy by what you own, not what you do. So you have to understand cash flow and appreciation. So we have to own it at some point. This is why I'm huge in multifamily. It gives me both cash flow and appreciation, which is the wealth creation model. So for you, is it a good investment? 100% yes, it's a great investment. So again, it generates easy cash, and that's why it's a great investment. So on the cash flow side, on an Airbnb, you're going to make way more money than you would on a long-term rental. So a long-term rental, ours are making about $1,500 a month. We make about $2,500 a month per unit on our Airbnb. That's $1,000 more per month. We have 8 units, $8,000 times 12, that's $96,000 a year different than a long-term rental to an Airbnb. So it's a big difference for us. So the cash flow is powerful on this investment. So you first have to understand what investment do you actually have. When people say, is it a good investment? The question is, well, how much does it cost to get in and how much are you going to make out? So in real estate, on your first year of ownership, if you can make anywhere from 7 to 12%, that's a really good investment, right? Because you're going to appreciate and it's going to grow. On Airbnb, you can make 10 times that. You can literally double your money in a year, especially if you go the arbitrage route where you don't even own the property and you're just furnishing it and paying rent. You can invest $10,000 and you can make $10,000 back your first year and literally make 100% of your money back. And now it's all profit. And so again, it's a very, very good investment. However, when you step back on the wealth creation side, it generates cash, but doesn't appreciate as fast. So the way I tell people is generate cash with Airbnb and short-term rental. Invest that cash into something that will appreciate, right? So you want to generate your cash with Airbnb, then you want to take that money and invest in something that appreciates. So is it a good investment? 100% yes. It will generate cash for you and make a lot of money. Then what do you do with it? Let's say you made $10,000 a month and then you bought a few more and it was $20,000, $50,000, $80,000 a month. Well, okay, but you're saying I only really need 10,000 to live really comfortably. What are we doing with that other 60, 70,000 a month? Let's place that into a property that appreciates. I have a friend of mine that owns a company. That company does 37 million bucks a year. Really big company. He's a young guy too. He's like 29 years old. Really big company, does a lot of revenue, and he takes all of that cash. It's a cash-heavy business, and he invests that into deals with us. So we go buy multifamily. He invests that money. He makes his cash, then he invests his cash into something that appreciates. That's the best way to get your Airbnb dollar maximized for you. So when you buy an Airbnb or leverage an Airbnb, it's making you cash. Generate that cash, but then invest that in something that appreciates. Now, if you need that cash to live, that's great. Use that cash to live, and then get more Airbnbs that are generating cash and use that money to invest. So is it a good investment? 100% yes, but understand the different kind of investment it actually produces for you. It's going to produce way more cash than it is appreciation. Now, if you get a single family home in an area that's skyrocketing and you buy it for, $450,000 and all of a sudden a year later it's worth $550,000, that's awesome, right? So you will get some appreciation on that Airbnb. But if you're not buying the properties, you're not going to get that appreciation. So if you're just leveraging the arbitrage model, it's all cash flow. If you're buying the property, you'll get some appreciation, but you won't get as much appreciation in something that you can, what we call, force appreciate. Force appreciate is something in the commercial world. Anytime I increase the income, the value goes up. That's called forced appreciation. In Airbnb, we can only really appreciate it and make money to the level of the market, right? So if a house is just like mine are renting out for $250 a night, and I'm going to go $400 a night, you're probably going to be chosen last if the other houses are pretty competitive to you. So you hit a ceiling of revenue. So the goal with Airbnb is to churn money and get that invested in something that grows. That's how to not only make a good cash flow investment, a good appreciation investment. And as I mentioned, you got to look at how much money you have into the deal. If you're buying the property, you're going to have a down payment. Are you going to take out a loan? So you have a down payment, a monthly payment. Are you going to buy the house cash? Then you have that much cash out of your pocket. Are you going to arbitrage the unit, meaning renting it from a landlord and then Airbnb-ing it or short-term rentaling it out to somebody else? Well, how much does rent cost? How much does furnishing it cost? So the investment, is it a good return? It all depends on how much you have into it. So if you have $400,000 into a house and you pay cash, you're not going to make $400,000 your first year. But that's not return on investment. Return on investment is what portion of that money. So let's say I net $40,000 a year off of a $400,000 investment. That's a 10% return on my money. That's a good return on your money. So again, it depends on how you leverage it. So and how much money you have into the deal. So if you're going to buy the property, you need to look, is it more lucrative for me to just put a down payment and take a loan out? Or is it more lucrative to pay cash for the property and not have that mortgage payment? Making money with Airbnb is so much fun because there's so many different ways you can do. But you have to understand when you're dealing with a cash flow business versus dealing with an appreciation business. A lot of businesses are this way. So you have a business where heavy cash flow, but it doesn't appreciate as much. Even when I increase the cash flow, people that are going to buy businesses say, yeah, but I've got to get somebody to operate that. It's not as worth as much, but it's a cash cow, right? Or maybe that business is tied to the face of somebody. You know, if Oprah goes away, you know, her business is not going to continue, right? Because it's built around her. It's the same kind of thing. It doesn't really appreciate. Airbnb is the same way. You buy it, it creates cash, might not appreciate. So we take the cash and we invest it in something that appreciates. That's how we really invest in short-term rentals and maximize every single dollar. And again, if you want more information in our Real Estate Ignition Inner Circle on how you can come into a group of people that are buying properties every single day, then click that link below. Our team will hop on the phone with you. We'll lay out what we do in the REIIC and help you get to the next level in your real estate game. And as always, make sure you stay around the channel and watch all these videos. I'm telling you, we have loads of content helping you to get exactly where you want to go. I'll see you in the next one.